What is up, guys? It's Jimbo here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Arc Raiders, a brand new co-op action game from the studio Embark. They recently announced this game at the Game Awards. We're going to go through an overview of the game, some of the gameplay, my thoughts on the gameplay, and also just the lore and the story around the game. So if you want to be in the know, make sure you watch the rest of this video. You can even click to the chapters in the description if you want to make your way through certain sections. But if you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button on the video. Also turn on that notification bell to be notified when I bring out new content, and check out all my socials in the description down below and go give us a follow over there. But let's jump in. To overview Arc Raiders, Arc Raiders is a free-to-play, reimagined cooperative action shooter that offers an intense struggle in every session. Together with your squad, defend our home and resist the onslaught of Arc, a ruthless mechanized threat descending from space. Now, that is the description from Steam, but as of the 9th of December, Embark Studios released a press kit and also a press release talking about the game, and they said with the overview of the game, defeating Arc requires more than simply pointing and shooting a gun, and more than one person trying to be a hero. It's a game that both emphasizes and rewards teamwork at every turn. Loot your fallen foes and scavenge the ruins of the past for tools and gadgets to outsmart the enemy. Do the unexpected and improvise using physics and your surroundings to your advantage. Come prepared and plan ahead, but remember that sometimes you're just going to have to wing it. Now, that is a pretty much overview of the game, so let's dive into the world and talk a little bit about that. There is no official details on the world and what they are going to be doing, but there is a lot of screenshots that you will see on screen, so you will be able to kind of take what you see here, and it feels very much like a futuristic space apocalypse type game, and it gives me a lot of early D1 or Destiny 1 like concept guides, and a little bit of Outriders too. We get to see a different variety of complexes, we get to see the different wilds, forests, we also get to see a lot of the machines making their way through the world, different like barbed wire fenced off areas, and then just these beautiful wide shots of the like forests and landscape, and then we get to see these like cedar woods that have been destroyed, and they've probably, it gives me a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn vibes, especially this. And there was another game that came out that had a similar premise to this, which was Generation Zero, but it just seems like there's a lot of different inspirations that have been taken from what if the robots took over, or what if robots came from space and destroyed us and took us under their control. But that's pretty much what it looks like from me just taking a look at a lot of the screenshots. You can make your own decisions on what you think the game kind of looks like, and if you have, please leave them down in the comment section. I'd love to know what your thoughts and opinions are on them. When it comes to gameplay in Arc Raiders, it just seems like a mixture of a lot of different things. The main core aspect of it is that it's going to be a third-person shooter, and it's mainly going to be cooperative. It seems like we're scrapping together a variety of different weapons, scavenged weapons, that we're going to be going around the world, scavenging and killing these different Arc enemies that we'll be going up against. From the trailer, it does kind of feel like it's going to be three-person squads, but there has been more than 3 people, so whether or not we can get up to 12 people, that'd be pretty cool, or 6 people. They haven't really revealed too much about it just yet. We'll probably find out some more information soon. But it seems like we'll be going up against a variety of different enemies and in different ways, as it seems like there's a stealth element to it. There's the old jetpacks and grapple shots that we can use to pull enemies down. And then it also seems like we have these different packs that we can put on our back to jump onto these massive gargantuan robots that we seem to be fighting in the trailer, which kind of looks like these mini bosses, and maybe we'll be able to scavenge them when we are, you know, getting what we need from those in order to make better gear, in order to go and hunt more of them. But that's all I can really garner from the trailer right now, and I'll leave that up to you to tell me in the comments what you think the trailer is telling us. When it comes to the lore and the story of the game, we don't know too much yet. All that we know is that Arc are the enemy, and they are basically coming down from space landing and trying to take our resources, and it's probably why the world is in a state of what it is. But let's go through some of the lore that we do have, especially from the press kit, which I think is pretty cool. First of all, let's take a look at Celeste. She was uprooted and abandoned. Celeste lost everything to Ark, yet she picked herself up and built a new home and forged a new family of a diverse and skillful resistance fighters. That's us. We are the Raiders. Celeste knows she can count on us on every time enemies drop from orbit. It's just too bad that we can't count on her when it's time to her turn to restock the inventory. So it seems like we'll be going out on missions for Celeste most likely. Whether she'll play a pivotal role, who knows. And then another character that we do get to see, which is an actual raider, which is different to the Celeste, which is Lance. Once you've watched Lance craft a better weapon from the scraps of defeated Rollerbot, there is no doubt he is one of us. As a resistant fighter, he has the same target on his back as any of the other raiders defending our home from Ark. He can't hide the fact he's a droid, and that we give him credit for trying to fit in, even though his efforts often land him in strange territory. His boxing matches with Ben Welder, not so great, but his fashion show, epic. At least that's how some of us remember it. So what it seems here is that we have a droid character. Whether or not this is going to be someone we go to fix up our gear, to go get things from our inventory, like to go and craft more things. Whether or not there's going to be a loot system in this game because it's cooperative, and then we're going to be going out, getting more gear, coming back to him. Maybe there's something to do with how we can customize ourselves, because we do have the fashion show. Maybe there's different ways to interact with like a social hub area. We don't know just yet. This is just purely speculation on my part. Now let's take a look at some of the enemies, which are the Arks, which the first one is a Rollerbot. Now the Rollerbot we do get to see briefly in like a static image in the trailer, but it says this vicious ball of pain has nothing in mind other than chasing us down to our death. On the upside, if we can knock it out of commission, Arc machinery is very useful for crafting better weapons, which helps when the odds are against us. On the downside, Rollerbots are known to travel in packs, so they're not our idea of a party. These guys look like they have guns on their side. They look like they'll be able to go into a ball and obviously chase after us. Who knows what we will be fighting? Seems like there's a lot of different Arc enemies that have different rockets and such. And it'd be really cool to see what different types of enemies that we have in the game. But I am really curious when it comes to what it means by the Arc machinery and crafting better weapons and such. Finally, if we go over some weapons and equipment, we have the Howitzer, which is essentially a massive three-person artillery machine that's probably going to be very good for taking out those big robots that we got to see in the trailer. I'm not going to read the description on it because it's pretty much self-explanatory. It's a big howitzer, and then as we said previously, there was these grapple hooks, but this is a snap hook, and essentially this is good for obviously traversing as well, but you can put this onto the different enemies and then pull them towards you, and if you have multiple of these, you could probably pin down something, and then a person can jump in and bonk them on the head in order to kill them, or maybe get some information from them. But I like that this is a variety of things that we have in the game, and we did get to see some weapons, we did get to see some rockets that were being used, as well as like grenade packs and such. So it's interesting, but that pretty much covers like the lore and the equipment around the game so far. But let's just give you my final thoughts on the game. For me personally, this game has me really curious to know more. It kind of feels like I'm getting a looter shooter type vibe, but it's not a looter shooter. It's like a cooperative survival game potentially, and I really want to find out more information about it because the concept is really cool. It's set like in the future, sci-fi apocalypse, but it's like we're being taken over by robots from space, and we have to scavenge gear, go and explore the world, and just see what's out there, come up against different enemies, whether or not it's going to be a massive open world, or whether it's going to be, you know, 3 to 6 players in a squad or 4 players in a squad. Like, I just want to know more from Embark Studios, and that's kind of where my judgment will be right now. The concept of it, really cool. I just want more information because it's got me really interested. But that pretty much covers Arc Raiders for you guys, going over the lore, over the different information that we got about gameplay, some of the world beats, and also the overview of the game. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe if you are new, and turn on that notification bell for more notifications on content that isn't just Arc Raiders, it's a variety of different games. And as always, this has been Jimbo, and I'll see you guys next time.